Hey mathematicians, how are you? Just want to provide you with a tutorial on using Excel for statistics. So this task is obtained from Pearson's the Year 7 book, and I'm just going to basically walk us through this. I'm just kind of going to do it on the fly. So we need to have Microsoft Excel, so I've got that open on this side, and I've just got my Pearson's open on the other side to follow the tutorial. So we're going to find statistics using technology. Excel can be really useful to remove some of the tediousness in calculations of statistics. So leading up to this, you would have likely calculated measures of center and spread, mean, median, mode, range, that kind of thing. And when you've got a large data set with a lot of numbers, the calculations can be a bit tedious with what you're putting in the calculator. So Excel can cut down this work substantially. So I'll read through this. When you have a very large data set, it is best to use some form of technology to calculate the statistics, such as mean, mode, median, and range. A spreadsheet is a common useful tool to do this. So this is the data set we're going to be using. The following table shows the height in centimetres of 47 AFL players on the list for an AFL team. The spreadsheet can be used to find the measures of centre and spread. So here's my numbers. So what I'm going to do is just read across, and I'm going to write all of these numbers in. Now you just want to think in your head, you could use a pen or a marker to mark the numbers off so you know where you're up to. But for me, I just know that I'm going to read left to right, and I'm just going to make sure at the end when I finish, I count up the numbers that I've got in my data set. So if I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 going across, I know it says 47 already, but 10 going across, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 10, which is 40, and then 7 more numbers makes 47. So if I'm writing that in my Excel spreadsheet here, I've got cell A, I'm going to use the A column, and A1, so basically when I get down to A47, I'll have all my numbers typed in, and I'm just going to be going left to right, left to right, left to right. So I'll just do that now. Okay, so I'll put all my numbers in. So my first, the first instruction I've completed. So in a new spreadsheet, enter data in column A. So I've done that now. What I'll do, and you can't see this because it's out of screen, but I'll save what I've done so far. So I'll say statistics, calculations. So in column B, enter the labels for the statistics to be found. The mean in cell B1, so cell B1, so you line that up. So that's going to be mean. The median in B2. The mode in B3. Okay. The range is the difference between the highest, the max value, and the lowest min value. So I'm going to enter the labels max in cell B4, which is short for maximum, and minimum in B5, and the range in B6. So now I can use the spreadsheet's built-in formulas to calculate the statistical values. In cell C1, enter the formula equals average, and it pops up automatically. And then you can click it, or you can just basically finish writing what you're writing. So I'm going to average cell A1 to A47. So you can see that it highlights, now I did 17, so you can see that it highlights in blue the numbers that are going to be included in my average. So I'll change that to 47, and then you can see all of the numbers are highlighted. And you can manually drag this, and you can see the number at the top in the formula in blue changes as I drag. So I'll leave it at 47. I'll close the bracket and press enter. So that's my mean calculation there. Okay. Now I can keep that to this number of decimal places, or I can change the number of decimal places. I want to do that too. So I can change that with these buttons up here. So if I click this button to the left, I add decimal places. And if I press the right one, then I round off. So you can see it does rounding for you automatically. So I might just round off to, I might even just do the nearest whole number. There you go. So enter the formulas to find the median, mode, maximum, and minimum in the corresponding cells next to their labels. In Excel, under the Formulas tab, select Insert Function and find the appropriate function to use from the list. So what I'll do now is I can right click and I can go insert. No, that's not what I want. Right click. Okay. I thought you could insert a formula that way, but maybe not. That's okay. So I'll take this down a bit. So we go formulas and we're going to insert a function. So that's up top left. Now, I just want to look for the correct function. So I'm looking for median at the moment. So I'll just type in median. And it has a median function there. So I'll click OK. Now that median function is entered. And I find the range of my cells. So again, I want to go from the A1 and I want to have all of those included. So I can just kind of click and drag and you get the numbers that you want. Okay. So you can see when I've done that, it goes A1 and then the colon, the 2 dots, to A47. So I want to do that in number 1 because I only want one median there. Okay. So that should work, and you can see the formula's kind of written up the top, equals median bracket A1 dot dot A47 close bracket. Click OK, and that should work. So I've got the median for those numbers as well. So I can write the function or I can insert the function. Let's see if I try and write it. So I'll go equals mode, and you can see that there's a mode function there as well. Okay. Now I'm not sure what, I think this is usually the top one is what you want. This one here says it's an old one for an old version of Excel. So I'll just click this one. Bracket A1 colon to A47, close the bracket, boom. And then I've got my mode. So my mode is 189. So 189 should be the most frequent value. Okay. And then I might do the other way now, insert function. I'll go max. Now max is already there because that's quite a common one. Okay. So I'll click that. And what am I finding the max of? The range I want is A1 to A47. Cool. The minimum equals min, and that's the function there. Close bracket, A1 to A47. Close the bracket. The minimum is 175. Now the range, I don't know if there's a formula for the range here. So I'm going to the instructions number 6. To find the range, write a formula to find the difference between the minimum and the maximum values. Okay. So we can, for that, now the way I would do this, now there might be another way, but difference is subtract. I just want to see if there is a difference function here. Difference. Okay. So I probably wouldn't do that. I would just write my own function here. So I'm going to go equals the maximum, which is C4. Now, I don't want to write 206. I want to click on that cell because that cell is going to have the maximum because I put the formula there. Subtract cell C5. Okay? And that's it. So that's going to be my range. So the advantage of that is if the maximum is changed, so let's say we've got all the data, all these players for the AFL, that's all good. A new player comes in and he replaces this player. And the new player is 211 centimeters. Aaron Sandilands, tallest player, that there was. 211. So my max number is going to change to 211. And my range automatically changes based off of my maximum. So I can change my numbers and this all automatically changes, which is good. So I just press Control Z to undo what I did. Cool. All right. So that is pretty good for now. I just want to have a look at the next part for Pearson's. So we'll move down a little bit. Okay. So taking it further, the weights in kilograms of the 47 players on the list are shown below. a spreadsheet can be used in a similar way to find the mean, median, mode, and range of the weights. So essentially, this is a second data set. Now, what you can do, and you can see that there's a screenshot there of all of the formulas that are being used. And I've used those same formulas in here. Whenever you click on this, you've got the formulas here. So you can see what you did. So you can change the numbers to this, and that should automatically change. And then for a spreadsheet, you probably want to include some titles and all that to make it look nice and neat. All right, guys, thanks. Hopefully that helped you out. Appreciate it.